flagrant fouls in the last 3 games. LeBron James has had enough. First, it was Harden with a kick, and now Toronto center Jonas Valanciunas, who wrapped up LeBron around the neck and shoulders as he drove the lane. Initially called a common foul, then upgraded to a flagrant one. LeBron on the hard hits. Maybe I got to protect myself a little bit more, too. I don't want to get too much involved in it because I don't want to cry about it, because it's not like I'm not able to get back up. But it's a lot of plays that are just not basketball plays. Scoop.
Just hearing the sarcasm dripping from the lips of Carrie.
No! I have not. I am not taking it.
Can we be objective?
I am not taking it. I was like, only reason why I made that face was because I looked at Scoop and he was like, that's the only reason why I said that. Scoop, is he making much ado? I have nothing to say on the matter. Is he making much ado about nothing?
You know, maybe yesterday when Freddie made the thing when you say no disrespect when you're about to disrespect somebody. Okay. No. I say this thing. When you say I'm not going to cry about it ahead of time, what are you actually doing?
Crying about it.
Come on, man.
Is he crying?
Chris,
or is he stating a fact?
Chris, you know what? He may be stating a fact, but I would like a stronger answer from LeBron in this particular situation.
So, okay, tell me the answer you want.
Dude, look, there's a difference between protecting yourself and defending yourself. LeBron was never in danger of lose a ligament or lose a game. I think he took him. It was a soft takedown, dude. Tried to pick him up. Come on, man. I'm not even going back into in the old days. You know, he could take a clothesline and this and that. Man, look, that foul was a basketball play. He took him down.
That was a basketball play?
In the NBA, we know.
He don't need to say I'm protecting myself. You're not getting hammered. Okay?
That's all I'm saying.
But he is right when he says these are not basketball plays. James Harden kicking him in the groin is unnecessary. Jonas Valanciunas grabbing you by the neck and pulling you down is unnecessary.
So hard fouls are not a part of the game.
Put a hard foul on. That's not a hard foul. That's grabbing you by the neck and pulling you down.
It's LeBron James. You can't give him a hard foul. You gotta wrap him up.
Body him up. Body him up. Chris, you ain't gotta rip him down.
Chris, you've seen too many times people have tried to bump LeBron, and what happens? What happens? He goes through with the play and he still scored. LeBron at 6'9", 280 or whatever. If you want to hard foul him, you got to wrap. He didn't throw him to the ground. He wrapped him.
LeBron was about 10 feet from the rim. It wasn't like he was going up at the rim and he grabbed him. He was nowhere near getting this ready to do his layup or whatever he was going to do, and Valanciunas just pulled him down. All I'm saying is he's right in saying these are not basketball plays. Okay. If you hard foul me, if you hammer me, fine. I'm a big boy. I can take it. But you just kicking me in the groin, you just grabbing me and pulling me down, that's not basketball play. Even Kendrick Perkins, now I know he's his teammate, but he's an enforcer in the league. He said the same thing. This is BS, to use his phrase. These are not basketball plays. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? I'm not arguing with you. To me, non-basketball plays are plays that are done like this that are intended to injure individuals. This is I don't think look, you're just trying to stop him from going through the hole. There's no way this is in a way trying to injure people. It's part of the game. You're trying to stop him from scoring legally. You're not trying to hurt him.
If it was legal, he wouldn't have got a flagrant one.
Flagrant doesn't make it illegal, Chris.
It does. Illegal is against the rules, right? I'm just saying there's I'll give you an example. When Morris from the Suns, it was Marquise Morris that fouled Hassan Whiteside? No, fouled Goran Dragic. But Marquise Morris fouled Goran Dragic in the Phoenix-Miami game. Right. That was a good hard foul. It looked like you're going for the ball. You're trying to stop him from. That was harder than what Valanciunas did. But it was a basketball play. Grabbing somebody by the neck and pulling them down when they ain't even going up for a shot. That's not a basketball play.
Timeout. We need a tiebreaker. How do you feel?
Here's the deal. If I'm LeBron James, I'm protecting my assets, and my asset is me. And if you felt that a guy did that, then you know what? You got to say to the league, look, you can't allow this to continue because now you're allowing other players to think you can take certain liberties against me. The James Harden thing was a different situation than this, and believe me, LeBron does not want to deal with Valanciunas because you saw how Valanciunas stared at him saying, you better be glad there are about 4 or 5 plays between me and you because if you want to get your scrap on, this guy went at Boogie Cousins in the World Championship and didn't back down.
Well,
He's not afraid of
LeBron's not a fighter. Ain't nobody thinking he's going to go out there and fight.
He knows he's not a fighter, and he wants to make sure that guys that are like that or anybody else that may get their swole on that think they can do that and they get away with it because the NBA, he feels, is not going to step in or not step in enough. If I'm LeBron James, you know what? I got to make sure I protect me. Now, Scoop, to your point, is it a basketball play or not a basketball play? To me, that's irrelevant from the standpoint of you can't allow people to think that you can do these kind of things and that nobody's going to say anything or the NBA is not going to do anything, or you may not have you don't want your players trying to step in to protect you when guys are doing stuff like that. It may not have been a hard play. It may have been maybe too soft for your own good or for anybody else's good. But if I'm LeBron James, that happened to me, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to let guys think they can do that.
Okay.
Nobody's going to say anything.
Here's my question.
About it.
What hasn't the NBA done, period, in all these cases, in all the years, because this isn't the first time LeBron has made public note about the way he's been fouled in the league. You know, what haven't they done?
Here's the deal. He's going to make sure that...
No, what haven't they done? I don't know.
They've done what is appropriate.
Right, that's also why continue to comment?
How's he all he's doing is, he was asked a question, all he's doing is saying, I think these are non-basketball plays. He said, quotes later in the story, he said, look, I'm not going to retaliate. The game is too important.
And that's you know what?
And that's why
that's why I think we differ. I'm on the set that I wish he did.
Get kicked out of the game?
Not get kicked out of the game, but sometimes...
What's he supposed to do?
Listen, sometimes I think you have to send a message. If you feel somebody's doing it to you, and if I'm not saying he's complaining, but if you don't think something's being done right to protect it, then you need to lay a hard foul. Then you need to lay a hard foul down. Let folks know.
Let the man finish.
Let folks know.
So here's the
Sometimes it's just send a message. I'm not saying hurt anybody. Like, look, if you're fed up with this, next time you complain, I'm hard fouling too.
Here's where I disagree with you from that standpoint because he made a statement in the fourth quarter by punishing Toronto. That's how you get back at a guy.
14 points in the fourth.
I got that.
I don't want LeBron James trying to turn into what Sidney Crosby tries to do in the NHL. You don't need your star to retaliate because he's going to lose that battle. To your point, LeBron James is not a fighter. I don't want him to think, oh, okay, I can be Manny Pacquiao.
Well, that's not who he is.
And then also
that's not his game.
You have other guys that can do it.
What
star goes out there and throws hard fouls?
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, he got to put Reggie Miller. Michael Jordan not a fighter either. But you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm sending a message.
But it's Reggie Miller. He wouldn't have tried that against the Davis boys.
But Michael's not LeBron size either. We're acting like LeBron is Dragic, which he's not. You're LeBron. You're 6'8", 250. At some point, just send a message. I'm not saying fighting, but
he's gotten into it. He's been in Danny Granger's faces and things like that. Freddie's right. The way he sends the message, 14 points in the fourth quarter, assist or score on 21 of their last 25 points. That's the message.
Look, I'm not mad at that, but once again, I hate to go old school on you. Look, sometimes you got to let folks know.
All right.
And I'm right with that. Let LeBron know.
I think he whispering to Kendrick.
LeBron has only had 4 flagrants, so he's not a fighter, as we've been able to find.
He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
I didn't say that. He's not a fighter. You're something else.
Call Charles Oakley.
You are trouble.
What?
LeBron, call Charles Oakley. It's a call Charles Oakley, fam.
Do not call Charles Oakley.
Call him.
Do not call Charles Oakley.
It's a different day.
Let's leave it there.
That's the problem. We're going to talk about that later. But
when we come back, first Deshaun Jackson, now LaShawn McCoy. What in the world is Chip Kelly doing? How does he determine what players go and what players stay? Is there a method to his madness? The gentleman will weigh in. LeBron, do not call Charles Oakley.
He's a scorer, not a fighter. Be true to yourself, LeBron.
Do not call Charles Oakley.
Don't pay attention to Scoop. Don't be getting you in trouble.
Advocating violence.
This is a Bulls fan. Remember?
Of course.
Trying to get LeBron